just like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to Mungo National Park on behalf of the National Parks and Wildlife Service, which I'm an officer of. My name is Warren Clark. I'm a Barkindji person. I'm from around this area. I grew up in a small community, Ivanhoe. It's about 180 k's north from here. That's where I've done all my schooling. And there was a big family of us. There's 10 in the family. And my father was a fettler on the railways in Ivanhoe. And to feed 10 kids on a fettler's wage wasn't always easy. But my mother, that's one person I would like to thank and acknowledge. She's still going. She's over in Wentworth Hospital at the moment. And I make it a point to go and see her. But every 4 days, she's a strong Barkindji woman. And she knew the Barkindji language, but she wasn't always comfortable in teaching us the Barkindji language. She wouldn't teach us the Barkindji language while we was going to school, and mainly because of the welfare system. If we went to school talking the Barkindji language, or saying any Barkindji words, the welfare would be knocking on my mother's door, and we always had the risk of being taken away, or just learning our culture. So that's, even in a small community like Ivanhoe. But my father, as I said before, he worked on the railway, and every 12 months he'd take his holidays. And holidays consisted of driving from Ivanhoe to Durton and picking grapes for about 8 weeks. And in that time, we didn't used to go to school for that 8 weeks, but we was always aware of the welfare system. My mother, she used to always tell us, if we seen a white car, duck away from it. So while we was picking or driving a tractor or spreading grapes or whatever we was doing, we was constantly ducking and weaving from these white cars. People in white cars. We was more frightened of white cars than what we were of the blue cars with their flashing lights. And I recall my brother Robert. The grape racks are about 5 metres in height. He jumped from the top of them. He seen a white car and he jumped, and I was halfway up there, so I jumped too. I knew what he was ducking away from, and when he jumped off the rack, he broke his leg and rolled underneath the rack, trying to dodge away from this white car. But that's how scared we were of the welfare in those days. When I come out to Mungo and I walk on these walls, I know there's been people buried. They talk about dates, and I know we go back a long time. But Auntie Lottie always says, she say, Gundanyuri means a long, long, long time ago. And to me, the people who walk here, and even now, the people who come out around, it's a very spiritual place. It really means a great deal to me to come out, and I could feel the spirits when I come and sit in places like this and look back. I could just feel it, and I love this land I walk on.